No, what went wrong?
I think he snapped.
But he has no memory.
We don't take care of this, we will both burn.
It's trained, conditioned, built to disappear. I'll give you $10,000 to drive me to Paris.
I get the money, and I don't get hurt.
That's the deal.
Now, the government's top agent
I can't remember anything that happened before 2 weeks ago.
Visa?
Yes.
is about to become their #1 target.
What's in Paris?
It's a name, Jason Bourne. Let's see if the Paris police can find him for us.
And the only way he can survive
Talk a lot.
is to find out who he is.
I guess you're not home. Monsieur Bond!
I don't recognize any of this.
Before they find out
Get the address. I think I got it.
Enhance.
where he is.
Get everybody up. I want them all activated. Do it now!
What is it? Something wrong?
We can't stay there. It's not safe. He's out of control. It's very clear what needs to happen.
Based on the international bestseller.
What makes a good story is a good yarn. Frequently you can get mired and get stuck in your own sludge with getting too intellectual. I think if you can tell the story, what this film is about, in more or less 30 seconds or a minute, less than a minute, then you've probably got something, because everything else after that is enlargement. This film is about boom.
Kleptomania has evolved into the elevator pitch, an examination of the commodification of education and the possibility of creative succubine in what should
Didn't push us. Who would push us?
manipulated archive, stop and still imagery alongside observed footage of the open film class and dramatized segments. So the film Quantum Kleptomania is an idea of a film that came to mind in
The beautiful thing about being
Greg's
with this
workshop
is
in the
that
creative
I
thinking
have a dream of
space.
being a ballerina.
However, my actual documentary is about the workshop.
Beginnings of what the treatment would be in terms of how. It's mixed observational and talking head footage. Yeah, so she talked about, so that's... This brings me to Quantum Kleptomania, which, again, what you did in terms of the treatment that you handed me, because that looked like an accomplished sort of ad treatment, do you know what I mean? It was visually led, because it's going to be a visually led piece. So, for something, as I was saying to you outside, your stuff for me works on sort of many levels intellectually. The fact that you're filming right now has thrown me a little bit, but that's fine. We'll keep going. It's not my first rodeo, David. Because it works on so many different levels intellectually, trying to get an elevated pitch. What I don't want to do is force you into making an elevated pitch, and thus.
So here's the treatment. A couple of university graduates,
I can have Jack Nicholson in the elevator with Robert De Niro,
B9,
and I've got
And
the elevator operator
Scott
that I really wasn't paying attention to.
Congratulations.
And so I'll just
decide
cast
to
You've just killed an American.
set up
that
a
day
business
would
in
be about
commercial.
how bad the elevator operator was, and with Jack Nicholson and Robert De Niro looking at me like I'm a moron, how could I cast this person? It's not about their scene, suddenly about him. You've got to pay attention
So I've got to say,
everywhere.
how much I
You'll
got
regret if you
inspiration.
don't.
However, I did find a challenge, which was cutting the interview.
Ask questions, because I can't just talk in 5 minutes about everything you've just asked me to
About
say.
the commodification of education.
The commodification of education. So, if we look at pedagogy of the oppressed.
You need to stay.
Oh, sorry, but is my head not blocking the thing?
No.
So Paulo Freire wrote Pedagogy of the Oppressed in 1968. He's basically looking at liberatory forms of education versus
Can you ask them
oppressive
not to
forms of
shut up?
education. Guys, do you want to maybe just chat outside because David's trying to film? Sorry. Yeah, what was I saying? So Pedagogy of the Oppressed.
It's alright. It's James. I was going to say I'm going to kick the shower in, but James is exempt.
Yeah, to be honest, David, if I'm really honest, what I think you need to do is you can use your editing
Name's
tool.
Dave.
Take an image, interview me while I'm supposed to roll up, otherwise we're going to run out of time. And
Sorry about that. I've worked in graphics, film design for 20, 30 years. During lockdown, I kind of stopped doing anything creative, I should say. I got sort of involved with the bottle, drinking too much, feeling sorry for myself. The workshops helped me by giving me some structure on my creative projects, really. Access to computers to work on. Just generally being around an academic working environment has got me inspired to be creative again. I'm enjoying it. Hopefully gonna start creating projects again. Any more? More? Less? Don't know what to say.
Well, I found Greg's attitude very encouraging, very positive. I've enjoyed seeing what the others can bring to the table, what they have to say, their viewpoints. I've enjoyed seeing people's documentaries, seeing what they're doing. Makes me think about what I can do. And yeah, I've just enjoyed the
yeah, good. Just had a bit of food. Just finished film class. What are you up to?
yeah, just enjoyed the whole process of learning, something I know not much about, and how I can take that forward into my visual anthropology class when I do it.
Yeah, better for
That would be
going
good.
out, but just
So
yeah,
found it really positive.
Today seems to be the only day that I consistently go out and just.
Congratulations, Palmer. You've just killed an American agent. Congratulations, Palmer. You've just killed an American agent.
So in terms of, just to summarise how you would go about that, but so the beginnings of what the treatment would be in terms of how, it's mixed observational and talking head footage. Yeah, so she talked about, so that's not a lot of words, and I know that may seem like I've thrown loads of stuff out, but we're trying to boil everything down into the essential ideas. So next was Christina. Again, this moves on from the lift and closer to the doors of the office because of the nature of the idea. Examining portals as both a physical representation of social division, using the Deptford underpass to represent a pathway between the gentrified and sterile and the ungentrified and authentic, unique, and as an existential concept fed by sci-fi and the media. Yeah? Did we feel that that was... Yeah. I mean, this is just my observation of the ideas. You guys are going to take these, I'll send these on and you correct them. Just create your own. You know, if you haven't written one before or already, just use it as a reference, nothing more. You know, it should be completely disregarded, but it's a reference point. So in terms of that, beginnings of the how, mixed media, using still and observational to VO, voiceover, in the main, with all interviews filmed for possible use. So she talked about using sort of VO to accompany it, but if you're going to do VO, you shoot the interviews anyway. You use the sound, you've got the imagery there if you want it. You know, if you've got no intention of using it, doesn't matter, but you'd still shoot footage just to have it, especially if you're shooting it on digital or on the camera, and you know, you're not paying for stock or processing, so you might as well. Observing strict interview criteria, open brackets, fixed number of set questions, seeking to reveal universal truths through individual experience, close brackets. So in terms of a modus operandi, that's pretty much what I got from what she was talking about. Do you think we missed anything? Because the mixed media element of what she wanted to do, I think, was important, where she used stills and she used other things, and it became an extension of the visual essay that she was already doing for her course. Yeah? Where we got that? Abner, I knew Lloyd Jones. Using recollections from those who knew him to discover who her father, Lloyd Jones, really was, and so examining what impact he has had on her life and outlook, simultaneously making a social study of Dalston in the late 20th century and the interaction, impact and legacy of both the Irish and Caribbean communities there.
Sounds good. Wish I could have written that all down, but yeah, I've got it.
We're only reading these out, so I'll send these out to everyone.
College-going culture.
I want to hear the students say, I love that school, I'm getting ready to apply to that school, I can't wait to attend that school, and I'm going to be a graduate of that school.
What time?
Utilising archives, image, alongside talking heads. Yeah? So again, the mix of those. So all of these ideas are really like, but
For applause, faded out.
But there are loads of, I think Hackney Council would massively want to get some sort of involvement and help you out on this, and certainly the Rio would, and the Rio, there are lots of different places in Hackney that hold fantastic archive. I think you